Could Fulton County, Georgia's criminal Atlanta prosecutor, Fani Willis, be removed by the GOP? According to this liberal rag, yes, we'll get to the headlines. They believe it's going to happen. I'm Doug, and this is Doug in Exile. I thank all my subscribers. You're about to push us right over 220K. Join our group. What is holding you back besides you can't find the subscribe button? Look around, says subscribe, click it. Come on in. Let's get to the news. Okay, this is a headline from The Intercept, independent lefty magazine. Georgia GOP gears up to remove Atlanta prosecutor who indicted Donald Trump. This is according to Akilah Lacey is the writer. Lawmakers invoked a new law that's supposed to target reform DAs. Real targets are black Democrats. Anytime they make that accusation that the GOP is going after black Democrats, that's a lie. Of course, it is a race baiting, just old, ancient, lazy, not thinking, politically convenient lie. This is going to require Brian Kemp. I'll get to this in a minute. Remember, everyone's like, boo, we hate Brian Kemp. He's a rhino and all that. Well, according to this article, he's going to be the one that's going to have to trigger this removal of her. So let's find out if he's up for the task. A little over a week after a prosecutor in Georgia indicted former President Donald Trump for trying to overturn the results of the state's 2020 presidential election, which is false. That's not why he was indicted. That's the accusation. It was actually because he had a free speech right to question election results. Republicans said they will use a new law to remove her from office. In May, Republican Governor Brian Kemp signed the law that created a new commission of political appointees with the power to remove and discipline elected prosecutors over decisions or policies not to prosecute certain offenses. So prosecutors like Alvin Bragg, let's say in New York, they did not want to prosecute certain offenses, might be shoplifting, might be drug trafficking. They wanted the ability to remove them. So Brian Kemp signed it into law saying we can remove you if you don't prosecute certain things. Well, this is to remove Fani Willis for overly prosecuting, for being overly prosecutorial over trivia and Trump's free speech. The law seeks to limit or restrict reform-minded prosecutors. In the case of Fulton County, which includes Atlanta, the district attorney Fani Willis is not even known as much of a reformer. Instead, Republican lawmakers set their sights on Willis for another reason, for prosecuting the wrong person. In a Facebook post Monday, State Senator Clint Dixon, a Republican, said Willis was indicting Trump because of an, quote, unabashed goal to become some sort of leftist celebrity, unquote. That, I believe, that is my opinion too, and should be investigated for using the justice system against her political opponents. Another Republican state lawmaker called last week for a special legislative session to investigate Willis, and others are drafting a statement to condemn her for indicting Trump, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported. Here's quote, at the end of the day, she said, quote, what it has really done is disrupted the legacy of bipartisan reform that has happened in Georgia, which has been really, really hard to get to, unquote. Yeah, you're not going to get to it this way. How do you get bipartisan reform when you have a wall of Democrat appointed, unelected judges, prosecutors going after a political opponent who happens to be the leader of the Republican Party? So this won't end well. Get ready for lawfare. I'm fine with this. I hope Fani Willis is removed, even if it's for political reasons, because now that's how we do the law now. She has to be removed. I'm all for it. Raise your hand. Give us a comment if you're for them, the Republicans, removing Fani Willis. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and let us know in the comments. I'm Doug in Exile.